Hello, today we're going to do topic 1.8, Piecewise Functions Part 1. Okay, so first we have to kind of know what a piecewise function is. Before we do that, we're just going to look at a function. So we know that this is a function because it says f of x equals 2x squared plus 8x minus 1. Okay, so we're looking for f of negative 3. So we're evaluating this function at negative 3. So what does that mean? You're going to plug negative 3 in for x. So wherever I see an x, I'm going to leave some space. Okay, and what number am I plugging in for x? Well, this number right here, which is negative 3. Negative 3. And now when I evaluate this, I have to do parentheses first. So I have parentheses here and I have parentheses here. So in order to get rid of this parentheses, I have an exponent and I'm multiplying. So in order of operations, exponents come first. So that's negative 3 squared. Or negative 3 squared, which means negative 3 times negative 3. So make sure you have a negative and a negative, which makes that a positive 9. Okay, I'm not done yet because I still have this in front. And then I know that a positive 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. And then I just have this minus 1 at the end. So I'm still doing my parentheses, 2 times 9, which is 18, minus 24, minus 1. Okay, now I'm just going to add or subtract, and in this case I am subtracting from left side to right side, so I have 18 minus 24, which is negative 6, bring down the negative 1, negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7. So I know that f of negative 3 is negative 7. And I'm going to box my answer so you know that I am done. Okay. So now that I'm done with that one, I'm going to now talk about piecewise functions. So piecewise functions, it's very the same. It's similar to just functions. They are functions. So all of these are functions, but it has a domain restriction. So that means each one of these domain restrictions makes it a different piece. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to figure out which piece of the function I am going to use. Okay? So now let's go ahead and first look at f of 10. Okay, I have to figure out which one of these pieces am I going to use. So all I really need to do is look at the domain restriction. So this says x is less than or equal to 1. Well, 10 is not less than or equal to 1, so I would not use that function. Okay, this one says that 1 is less than x, which is less than 3. Or in other words, x is in between 1 and 3. Well, 10 is not in between 1 and 3, so I can't use that function. And then this last function says x is greater than or equal to positive 3. Well, 10 is greater than or equal to positive 3. So I am going to use this last function. Now I got to figure out the function. So the function is the first part. This part is my function. So I'm going to take this function, 6 minus 2, and there's my variable, so I'm going to put some parentheses there. What am I going to plug into this? 10. So I have 6 minus 2 times 10, which is 20. 6 minus 20 is negative 14. And that is my answer, so I'm going to box it. Okay? So now let's go ahead and try f of 2. Okay? First things first, I got to figure out which piece am I going to use. So remember, this says x is less than 1. Well, 2 is not less than 1, so I can't use that one. This one says that x is in between 1 and 3. Well, 2 is in between 1 and 3. That is true. So I'm going to use this function. and it's just a 3. So that's just a 3, and that's it. Okay, let's just do it one more time. So let's say that f of 0. So I got to figure out which one of these pieces am I going to use. So 0. Okay, is 0 less than 1? Yes. So I'm going to use this first function. So I have -2, absolute value of 0 plus 1. So we're going to do whatever's inside the absolute value first. So that's just 1. The absolute value of 1 is 1. And then we have times 2. Since there's no operation implies multiplication. So -2 times 1 is -2. And remember, just in case you forgot absolute value, is absolute value basically means how far is this number away from 0, and it's 1 away, so that's why it's just 1. Or absolute values just make any number positive. If it's positive, it just stays positive.